Next speaker is Mary Childerston, and she's going to be speaking to us a little out of order because she's helping the F4J team and needs to be going on her way. So Mary? And Mary's here in Washington, D.C., and I'm going to let her tell you about what she's doing. She has, let's see, you wrote the book, and she's the author of Saving Emily.
Before I say what I came here to say today, I want to give you a one-sentence description, a little bit about my background. 17 years ago in 1991, I lost temporary custody of all three of my very young children. I lost custody of my 4-year-old daughter and my 7-month-old twin sons. 7 months later, thank God, I was able to get my babies back. But in the process, I lost my home, my life savings, and almost my sanity. And I know you all can relate.
Yep.
To introduce what I want to say today, but I have waited 17 years to say, I want to recite a poem by Carl Sandburg as quoted in Karen Winter's book, Divorce from Justice. The poem is entitled, When I, the People, Arrive. When I, the people, learn to remember, when I, the people, use the lessons of yesterday and no longer forget who robbed me last year, who played me for a fool, then there will be no speaker in all the world say the name, the people, with any fleck of a sneer in his voice or any far-off smile of derision. The mob, the crowd, the mass will then arrive. For 17 years, I've waited to gather with parents who know what it's like to have their children ripped from their arms because of family court systems and or child protective services gone mad. For 17 years, I have envisioned myself standing here in Washington, D.C., stating that thanks to the games divorce lawyers and judges play, or thanks to child protective services who are taking children away from innocent parents, thousands upon thousands of innocent parents are unjustly losing custody of their precious children, and this atrocity must stop. Today is the day that people have united to expose family court and child protective services abuse. Today is the day that people will speak out against the divorce industry itself and how the divorce industry has helped the courts function, as Dr. Baskerville states, as if there is no Bill of Rights denying parents their constitutional protection of due process. Today is the day that people have arrived in Washington, D.C. to tell the public officials and government officials what is happening to families across the nation. Today is the day people declare war on anyone or any government-run system that alienates loving, competent parents from children who need protected from the ravages of corrupt government-run systems that are intent on taking children away from their parents. We the people cannot leave the grounds of our nation's capital until we have a plan that will bring each of our stories to the rest of the world. In the words of attorney Barry Goldstein, a champion of families and children devastated by the injustices of the American family court system, it is only when the public understands the pattern of mistakes custody courts are making that they will demand the system be reformed. We the people can no longer suffer in silence. We, the people, must tell our stories, write our books, film our documentaries, make our cross-country bike treks, hold our marches until the rest of the world understands how our families have suffered at the hands of child protective services and family court systems gone awry. We, the people, must demand that the family courts be rescued from lawyers who, according to columnist Robert Samuelson, as quoted in Dr. Baskerville's book, have fostered a system that works ponderously, intensifies conflict, and creates uncertainty. We, the people, must listen to the words of Walter Orson, also quoted in Dr. Baskerville's book, when he writes, lawyers have more power in this country than they do in any other advanced country to ruin your life. Lawyers are so widely disliked in this country because they are so very widely and correctly feared for the power without responsibility they wield. We, the people, must unite and expose what needs to be exposed and stop the people who must be stopped so that no other family goes through in the future what we have all been through in the past and in the present. We the people have arrived, and we need to tell divorce lawyers, judges, and all other government officials that we are not going to go away until the family court system and child protective services in America are reformed and innocent parents and children have their constitutional and human rights restored. We the people will learn to remember. We will learn to use the lessons of yesterday and no longer forget who robbed us and who played us for fools. We have your number now, great robbers of innocence. You have hurt and you continue to hurt our children, and this is where we draw the line. We, the people, atrocities will be exposed, laws will be enforced and passed, and we, the people, have arrived to tell you that your days are numbered. We are many, we are everywhere, and we are going to continue to organize.